Hi, friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I have a headache, so I wanted to share how I sometimes deal with headaches. Depending on how severe the headache is, sometimes I will do a little bit of a neck asana to loosen things up, release tension, stuff like that. I usually end up doing it if I have a very prolonged headache. Sometimes my headaches can be solved with just drinking a bunch of water and eating some food, which is terrible that I let it get there. But other times I have headaches that linger on for a day or two. Today I woke up with a headache and it is now evening time, so I still have a little bit of a headache. And hopefully, this little practice will at least aid in my discomfort. So, what I'm using today is I'm going to use peppermint oil to kind of help it. You don't have to use peppermint oil if you're interested in trying it. It's safe. You're not ingesting it, and you're using a very small amount. But I've found it to be very, very helpful for multiple reasons, and it's great for headaches. So I have my peppermint oil, and I also have a blanket that I'm going to sit on. So these knit blankets are really great because you can kind of pile them up, um, kind of, create different layers for you to use as a prop. So today I'm going to just sit right here on the edge. I'm going to turn it this way. This is going to be a seated practice. So the best way I've found to sit on this is go ahead and completely sit on it and then kind of inch on forward until you feel your sits bones come right off that front edge of the blanket. It gives your pelvis a natural tilt forward, so your knees can relax a little bit more, and you're not holding yourself like this. Allows your spine to be a little straighter while you sit, and just overall helps with comfort during sitting. So that also is an option if you would like to take it. I also wanted to notice, so let's notice, do you see this little shadow on my forehead? That is a result of me holding tension. Usually, when I get through a practice, a lot of times that wrinkle will go away because the tension, or it's at least diminished. So I'm interested for science that after this practice, what this little crease in my forehead looks like. Or maybe that's just the shape of my head. Who knows? So we'll figure it out. So let's get started. If you're going to use peppermint oil, go ahead and grab that. If you're not going to use peppermint oil, that's perfectly fine too. You can still do this same practice without peppermint oil. Now I'm going to put, I don't know, a couple drops on my hand. Rub my hands together. You can do this as well if you're not using peppermint oil, just to kind of feel your hands, feel the palms of your hands, just a way to ground and center a little bit as we settle into this seating posture. If you have the peppermint oil, go ahead and cup your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. And just bring your hands right over your face. Close your eyes and take a big inhale. Actually, 5 big inhales through the nose and out of the mouth. You really want to fill the lungs. So even just feeling that, feeling the peppermint up in my sinuses, gives a little bit of a cool sensation throughout. I'm also going to take a drop or two, just kind of touch it with my finger, and put a little bit around each one of my temples. And then rub my hands together right on the back of the neck. And you don't want to use a lot. It can cause a bit of a heating element as well. One more. At my work, I call this the full sensory experience. It's quite, feels wonderful. So, as you're ready, if you've done the peppermint or not, after taking those couple of deep breaths, let's just take a moment right here, palms facing up, backs of the hands resting on the knees. And taking some really big breaths in through the nose, taking a pause, and letting it out. With each exhale, releasing the muscles in the face, releasing the jaw, the tongue, releasing your eyes, releasing the shoulders and the shoulder blades, allowing them to fall away from the ears. And as you're ready, we're going to do a little bit of movement with the head and neck, very gently, with the breath. With your next inhale, allow the chin to travel upwards, lengthening the front body. And as you lengthen the front body, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, hugging the back of the head with the shoulders, inhaling all the way up. And as you exhale, release the shoulders down, bring the chin down gently towards the chest. Inhale, lifting the chin, bringing the shoulders up behind the head. Kind of like you're shrugging the shoulders. And exhale, release the shoulders. Allow the chin to fall gently towards the chest. One more time. Inhaling up, lengthening through the spine, feeling length in the front of the body, hugging those shoulders up towards the back of the head, and exhale. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Let the chin rest downwards. Coming up to a neutral neck. Let's inhale the chin over one shoulder, keeping the shoulders square, and exhale, looking through center, looking over the other shoulder. Keeping the shoulders relaxed down. Inhale one way. Exhale the other. Relaxing the shoulders. One more time, one way. Exhaling the other way. Coming to neutral. Inhale, pick up one ear. Allow the shoulder to relax away from the ear. Feeling that length here on the side of the neck. Exhale. Lifting the head, bringing it to neutral. Inhale the other ear up towards the ceiling. We're just lengthening, bringing that ear upwards, allowing that shoulder to rest down. Coming to neutral. This time, let's inhale this ear up and reach this arm out, barely touching the floor. Just really reaching towards that floor, feeling the length in this entire side of the body. And taking a breath or two here. With each exhale, relaxing the shoulder down. With your inhales, you lengthen. Exhale, relax. Coming to neutral, bringing the hand back to the knee, palm facing up. Inhale the other ear up and reach that other arm out, barely touching the floor, reaching through the fingertips, and exhaling, allowing that shoulder to relax down, still lengthening up through the ear, lengthening up through the spine, relaxing that shoulder, releasing the tension, and breathing. We'll do one more each side. Inhale. Release. Taking another breath here, lengthening, and release. Inhale the other ear up. With your next inhale, let's lengthen forward, bringing the chin towards the screen or just forward. Exhale. We're going to bring the chin backwards. The weight shifts back into the sits bones. Chin comes in towards the chest, tucking in the belly. Inhale, tilting that pelvis forward, bringing the heart and the chin forward, bringing the shoulder blades back. Exhale, releasing the shoulder blades, sitting back on the blanket. And one more time, inhale forward, heart comes forward, shoulder blades are tucked back, really pulling that chin forward, of course where it's comfortable. And exhale, bringing the chin very gently down, bringing the belly towards the spine, releasing the shoulders, and coming to neutral. And one more step, inhale, let's lengthen all the way through the crown of the head. Sits bones press into the floor, and exhale. Inhale, lengthen up, the sits bones go down. And exhale, releasing any tension that you may still be holding. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen up, sits bones go into the floor. Exhale, coming to neutral seated. Returning to natural breath. Relaxing the jaw, the tongue. If you used the peppermint, maybe noticing any sensation on the skin, any coolness, any warmth. possibly that nice sweet smell is still lingering. Our last practice we will do will be a mountain breath practice with arms. Getting a little bit of movement in the shoulders and arms. Let's take the palms of the hands, place them on the floor next to either side of your legs. Let's inhale, press the palms into the ground, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and exhale, release. Inhale, the sits bones go down, the arms reach up, the palms touch. Let's reach through those fingertips, really feel length in the spine. And exhale, the hands back down to the floor. Inhale, pressing the palms in, lengthening up through the spine, through the crown of the head. And exhale, release. Inhale, the sits bones down. Let us lengthen up through the spine, through the arms, through the fingertips. Palms come together. And exhale, the arms down. Palms to the floor. One more time. Inhale, the palms down, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, release. Inhale, the sits bones down, the arms rise, palms touch. And exhale, bringing the hands down. Let's bring them to the knees, palms facing down. If you'd like to bring the thumb and the pointer together to take a mudra, you may. Just brings an extra layer of consciousness. And breathe. Taking an inhale, filling the lungs, and letting it go. Bringing the palms together at heart center. Let's inhale, press the palms in, lift up through the crown of the head, and exhale. I hope this practice helped your headache. It helped mine a little bit. I still have the wrinkle. That must just be the shape of my head. That's okay. That's all right. So I wanted to point something out. After I made that other part of the video for the headache, I went downstairs, took all my stuff, and realized that I had released the tension from my neck up, so my headache had gone, but I still noticed a lot of tension in my shoulders. And I know that that's where a lot of my tension starts. So instead of setting everything back up and making the video again, I just sat in my living room and did some shoulder stretching. And when I was done with the shoulder stretching, my headache was completely gone. So I wanted to share those shoulder stretches with you. If you did the other half, your head felt good. But if you noticed you still had a little bit of tension and the headache didn't completely go away, maybe try adding this to it as well. And just try it out. The worst thing that could happen is your headache stays. So the shoulder stretching it's very simple. So just for a second, let's bring both hands to the heart. And as you're ready, inhale and let the arms expand out, reach through the fingertips, and take this arm, sweep it over the front. Take the other arm and hook it under the bottom and pull this arm back towards the body, trying to keep the shoulder blades square and keeping the hips and shoulders square with each other. Now, lengthen through this arm. That will allow the muscles in the arm and the shoulder to lengthen and relax. And just breathe here. With each exhale, allowing any tension to release. As you exhale, you may notice that the pain and the stretch seems a little bit less. So if you'd like to add a little bit more, turn the head over to the side. You got a little bit more connection up with the neck and the ear, as was done earlier. And another piece you can do to it as well is you can twist just a little bit. Being mindful of the spine, we don't want to crunch over. We're going to stay nice and straight, and all we're doing is kind of taking this arm and just pulling it this way. So my fingers are actually starting to go numb. That's why you keep seeing me do this. Keep that circulation going. And when you're ready, go ahead and come back, release the arm, stretch it out, spread those palms out, wiggle the fingers, bring the arms down. That feels so good. All right, let's do the other arm. Bringing both hands to the heart. Let's inhale, let the arms come out, reach out through those fingertips and sweep the other arm over. Hook that other arm underneath and pull that arm towards you, keeping the shoulder blades rested down and square with the hips. Keeping the spine nice and long. We don't want to crunch down. I'm going to stay nice and long. Really reach through this shoulder arm and keep those shoulders resting down. Really wonderful sensation just everywhere in here. Feeling length here in the arm. Pulsing it a little bit kind of adds a little bit of dimension around the shoulder. And as that tension is releasing, if you'd like to add a little bit more sensation, just turn your head over. Of course, keeping the spine nice and long. We don't want to do one of these. Sit nice and long and just turn the head over. Lengthening from the ear to the shoulder and then keeping that shoulder rested down and the arm lengthened. And breathe. If you want a little bit more, maybe a little bit of a twist. Again, taking this arm and just pulling it towards the body, keeping this shoulder rested down, keeping the fingers moving so we can keep blood pumping out into our appendage. Couple little pulses, and when you're ready, let's unravel. Reach out, wiggle the fingertips, maybe pronate, supinate. Just add that dimension back into the shoulders. Bring the hands back to the knees. Little wiggle. That feels great. You can also, I think we may have done this before, take both fists, bring them around the back, bring the knuckles together like this, right behind you. Feel the backside of the hands on either side of the spine and let the shoulder blades come back and down. And breathe. Maybe turning the head from side to side, just lifting the ear. So instead of bringing the ear to the shoulder, what we're doing is lifting the other ear away from the shoulder. Keeping the shoulder blades relaxed down. Maybe turning the head gently side to side. Unravel, reach the hands forward and up. And exhale the arms down. Now I feel a lot less tension around my shoulders. They feel much more relaxed down. And when I did it the other day after doing the neck asana, my headache was 100% gone. So I'm hoping that all of this helped you. And even if you don't have a headache, it's really helpful just to do that, because we do hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, basically from the shoulder blades all the way up into the crown of the head. And it can cause some tension buildup, which can cause headaches. So that was it. I hope you feel better. Even if you didn't have a headache, I still hope that you found a little bit of looseness in your region. So have a great day. Thank you so much for following along. Check out my other videos, and check me out on Instagram. I have the same name, Holistic Life. Hopefully I can help you live a little bit more of a holistic life too. Namaste. Thank you.